Hi there. If you found me, you've been looking for me, you're probably in pain. Maybe you signed up for the Pain Solution Summit with Dr. Pollack. Well, I'm so glad that you found me because I'm very passionate of helping people get out of pain because so many times people have been trying everything, physical therapy, chiropractic, acupuncture, all kinds of stuff, and it doesn't work. And I'm going to share what's a little bit different about the way that I help people treat pain. And one of the biggest reasons why I'm really good at treating pain is because I know pain. Because 10 years ago, I was driving home from work and I didn't make it. Instead, I woke up from a coma, right? I had a brain injury. I was strangled by the seatbelt, which tore my carotid artery. The seatbelt crushed my spine in many places, broke a lot of my ribs, punctured my lungs. The seatbelt gouged my abdomen, and my leg bones came out. I was a therapist who then became the patient, and I had to face my own rehab. I was hospitalized for 34 days, and I pretty much had just about every therapy and treatment known to man. And it wasn't until I put my mind together and I came up with this formula and this solution. And the truth is, we have to look for the hidden traumatic events underneath your pain. You see, when I rolled my Toyota 4Runner, I don't remember. I woke up from a coma 2 weeks later, but my body remembered. And it wasn't until I had my first treatment that my body released the trauma that I had. There was so much fear from a high speed, 75-mile-an-hour rollover. And so it led me on this journey. And here I am 10 years later, and I work with people who have the most complex pain that have tried everything. If you have a basic knee problem, a hip problem, back pain, no problem. I could fix that pretty quick, right? I could help you fix it because we actually work together and do it together. But oftentimes these chiropractors, physical therapists, they're very trained, highly skilled. But if they're not looking at that emotional piece, that past histories, past falls, because if you can remember back in life, falling. Maybe you fell downstairs. Maybe you slipped on ice and hit your tailbone and you had trouble sitting and you just haven't quite felt the same since. And you always have these little kinks in your back that you need to work out. So I like to take your whole history and look at all of how you've moved your body in your life, even if it was 25, 30 years ago. Heck, your birth. I want to know what your birth was like, how you came out of the womb. Was it too fast? Was it traumatic? You know, people who have traumatic births, cords around their neck, their C-section, oftentimes the babies come out of the birth canal, that contract, relax, sets the cranial structure. And it's the cranial structure that's super important. And we need to free the cranial structure as well as balance and work the muscles of the pelvis. Okay, so I'd like to know your history. Yes, Phaedra, that was 30 years ago. It doesn't matter. My shoulder hurts today. Well, when did the shoulder start hurting, right? When? Oh, it hurt after a car accident. Well, were you in a car accident? And maybe at the same time you were in a car accident, you were going through a divorce. And maybe you were a single mother of two kids and you're trying to find a way to survive. That gets coupled into your body and shows up as bracing patterns. And these bracing patterns need to be released. Have you ever been so scared, or maybe you were in a relationship and you were abused, but you couldn't fight back? There could be a chance that you need to complete the fight, flight, or freeze response. Maybe you had so much trauma, you're just shut down. You don't even know where to start. You're overwhelmed. Your life has changed because of this pain. I get it. I get it. The hardest part about my job is actually convincing people that I can help them. And I don't want to convince you. I know I can help you. I am living proof. And I usually get the people who've had the most persistent pain. They have tried everything. And that's why I created the Pain Treatments That Work video series, how to free yourself from pain when you've tried everything else. Because again, you have to look at, number one, what's not working in your life. Are you in a marriage that doesn't feel supportive and you struggle every day with that? Are you in a job that you can't stand and you daydream about getting out of it? That's that flight response. And then you're all of a sudden having back pain and physical pain and you just want to quit your job. And maybe you go on disability because then you can finally get away from your job. These are things that we need to consider when we're looking at your pain, okay? And not only that, we need to then explore and release past traumas, past falls, injuries, past emotional abuse and trauma. Have you been attacked? Have you had a high-speed injury? All of these things can cause us to have bracing, right? Bracing patterns in our body. And maybe you're still stuck in freeze in that. Maybe you're still so stressed out, a little PTSD over it, that you can't settle in your body. And then there's this, all of a sudden, this abnormal muscle tension that's like squeezing the bones together. Because when your nervous system's activated, your body goes into the fight or flight sympathetic, running away to try to protect yourself. The muscles get so tight and they put the pressure on the bones, and then all of a sudden on the nerves, you're just in so much pain. So that's the avenue that I work at. So first we have to look at what's not working. Then we have to explore and release past traumas. But then we've got to learn and teach you how to rewire your brain. Yes, that pain is strong, that emotional pain, that physical pain, that depression, that anxiety, that back pain, that knee pain that bothers you so much that it's hard to even get out and walk and you have to sit down all the time. I get it. I know it. And that's what I specialize in. Right? I have been there. I've been the patient. You've seen it. So I just wanted to give you a little background and a little intro to me as you're learning all of this new information and I'm new to you. I am passionate about helping people get out of pain because I've been there. I've tried treatments. I've spent thousands of dollars on treatments that didn't work. And I've honed it down and I have a really great strategy to help you get out of pain. And I'd love to help you. Right? So reach out to me. You can email me with any of your questions at Phaedra@paintreatments with an S, thatwork.com. paintreatments.thatwork.com. And we can, talk. We can have a little consultation and I can see if I can help you. I work both virtually as well as in person. I do treatment intensives. People fly to Phoenix, Arizona and come visit me. We do 2 days in the clinic. I bring in a naturopathic physician who specializes in a lot of wonderful modalities, including regenerative injections such as PRP and prolotherapy, because we have to free up the muscles, free up the body, free up the fascia away from those bones compressing together. And we have to look at the past. We have to release the past traumas, get you settled and feeling safe, out of fight or flight here and now. And then we have to work towards building your future, giving you hope again, believing that you can actually get out of pain. So thanks for tuning in and reaching out, and I'm happy to help. I know what it's like, but I also know that you don't have to struggle. Just like my new client in Germany, and after 2 sessions, her knee pain that was stopping her, causing it miserable to go to the grocery store, because in Germany, they walk a lot, not like the US where we drive right up to that store. And just in 2 sessions, I was able to teach her strategies for her to release her own muscles, but really she was able to be heard. We were able to deal with the trauma, those things that weren't working in her life. And so much is mindset, and so much is simply having love and support. Maybe you don't feel safe. Maybe you're jittery. Maybe you go to alcohol or excessive shopping just to feel safe in your body. I want to teach you how to self-regulate, self-soothe, and calm yourself so that you don't have to live in pain anymore. It's complicated, but I have some great strategies and I'd love to share them with you. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. And I look forward to teaching you so much more. And one last resource for you. You can join our Facebook group, the Live Your Life Pain-Free group. And in there, I have tons of treatments, ideas, techniques, tons of live trainings that I've done that will help you. So it's a closed group. So you just have to answer a question to get in because it's for your privacy. So thank you so much. I'm Phaedra Antioco, occupational therapist, trauma specialist, and coach, and I look forward to working with you.